Hi, I'm Robin Willis with eXp Realty in Tucson, Arizona.
And I'm Rick Hendricks with Primary Residential Mortgage.
And we're here to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the market and whether or not it's a good time to buy.
Exactly. So first of all, we want to thank Stuart Tile for allowing us to use their facility while we record this. They were very gracious in helping us out here. So we just want to say thank you to Eva Hendricks over at Stuart Tile and the staff over here. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into the real estate report card for Pima County as a county as a whole. So if we can go ahead and pull up that graphic. Okay, so what you're looking at now is for the Pima County, you're looking at the very top. If you look at the icons where it says jobs, 1-year appreciation, historical appreciation, and affordability, you'll notice that in the jobs, Pima County is in the top 10% of all the nation as far as job creation, which is really great for the real estate market in general. If you look at appreciation, both the 1-year historical and the affordability index, we're in the top 33% of the nation as well. So that all bodes very well for what's going on in Pima County. This first line here, if you go to custom home price, $231,710 is the median home price in Pima County, which puts it a price a square foot about $139 a square foot. You'll see that in this appreciation index here, historically, Pima County has done very well with a 60-year average of 4.29%. The 10-year average, which includes the recession, is 1.08%, and the 5-year average being 5.4%. Notice that the forecasted average is a little bit lower than the historical average. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can actually read it. But the 1-year is forecasted at 3.55%. and the 5-year at 8.97%. So what does that mean in terms of dollars? Well, if you look here to your right, if you purchased a house at $231,710, you can see what the potential growth would be based on the forecasted average, which means after 5 years, just in equity, you'd have a gain of $20,774. That's not bad growth at all. Now, how do we support these numbers? Why do we expect them to grow the way they are? Well, first of all, you've got to look at inventory. Right now, there are 3 homes available for every 1,000 people. That means that year over year, that's down by 5%. So in other words, the supply is not keeping up with the demand. Month over month, it's down 2%. Here's the reason. If you look at the total population here of Pima County, you'll notice there's over 1 million people. Over 363,000 of those people are renters. And of those 363,000, it's estimated that about 91,500 can afford to purchase.
So Rick, I've got a question here.
Yes.
Because you mentioned there are 3 homes available for sale for every 1,000 people.
Correct.
Not to be confused with only 3 homes available for them to live in. But
available for sale. Yes, that is correct.
How much should be available for sale to make it more of an even market where we're not feeling like it's a seller's market?
Yeah, I think in order to keep up with demand, you need to have at least 10 to 20 homes for every 100 or for every 1,000 people. Okay. So you start to have the supply equal the demand. Okay. So let's talk about the supply and demand. So your first-time buyers typically are the buyers that are in the age ranges of 27 to 35. There's 21,000 of those, actually almost 22,000. Now, a number of those individuals are married couples. So when you take out married couples and put them into these numbers, that means the demand for new housing is 8,325. The actual number being built is just under 2,500 homes. So you can see that the demand is not keeping up with the supply, the supply is not keeping up with the demand. The other thing is we've got to look at the job market because that plays a significant role in people buying houses. I mean, obviously, if you're worried about employment, a lot of people will hold off on buying a house. Makes perfect sense. But if you look at the numbers over here, our total employment since the recession, we're actually not only back to where we were pre-recession, but we far exceeded that, and we expect that to continue happening with what's going on with employment and different companies moving to this area and bringing new employment here. So there's going to be a lot of employment opportunity. Another good thing is if you look at the median income, our median household income here has actually grown. Before it was only about $46,000. Now we're over 54,500. The national average is 54,100. So you can see that our income is growing, our jobs are growing, and because there are a lot of jobs that need to be filled, it's raising people's income. So not only their hourly earnings, but also more importantly, their weekly earnings, which is really the measure that we should be looking at. Now this page over here, this little column here talks about the affordability index. This means that if you make the median income, how much of a house can you afford? Can you afford the median house price in Pima County? If that number was exactly at 100, that means if you made the median income, you can afford the median housing cost. You'll notice that ours is right now sitting at 151.94, which means that people that are making the median income can actually afford 151% of the median income housing price. So you look at all of these numbers here, this is going to point to a very strong market that will continue for the foreseeable future here. And you could tell that by the appreciation that we're expecting. So if you're thinking, is now a good time to buy a home? I would say now's a great time to buy a home because property values look like they're going to continue to increase. Robin, you have thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it might be a great time to sell a home, actually.
It could be a great time to sell a home too, exactly.
I'm very curious to hear in our next video, whether or not it's better to buy right now or rent. Because
Yes.
This could be kind of scary, but at the same time, it's a good opportunity before prices rise even farther.
Correct. And we're going to do a 6-part series together. This is just series 1 of the parts that we're going to do. So what we're going to look at next time is we're going to look at analysis of buying versus renting. And we'll use that same $231,000 median income price or median housing price to see, does it make sense for you to buy or does it make sense for you to rent? So we'll cover that more in detail on the next series.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, me too. Have a great day, everybody.